Have you ever felt your heart racing after just a short walk? Or maybe you've noticed yourself feeling more out of breath than you used to. If so, you're not alone. As we age, our hearts go through changes, some natural, some not so good. But here's the thing, just because you're over 70 doesn't mean you have to accept heart disease as part of the deal. In fact, there are simple, powerful things you can do to keep your heart strong and healthy for years to come. Before we dive in, if you find this kind of content helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps get this information out to more people who need it. And if you have any questions or experiences to share, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now, let's talk about your heart. The truth is, heart disease isn't something that happens overnight. It builds up over time, sometimes without any warning signs until it's too late. That's why knowing what to do before problems start is so important. Today, we're going to go over 6 things you must do to protect your heart after 70. First, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: hydration. You might not think of water as having anything to do with heart health, but it plays a crucial role. As we get older, our sense of thirst weakens, which means many people over 70 don't drink enough water. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder for the heart to pump. This can raise blood pressure and even increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. So, how much water should you be drinking? A good rule of thumb is at least 8 glasses a day. But if you have kidney issues, check with your doctor about what's right for you. If plain water isn't appealing, try adding a splash of lemon or drinking herbal teas to keep things interesting. Now, another major factor in heart health is movement. Notice I didn't say exercise, because for many people, that word feels intimidating. But keeping your heart strong doesn't mean you have to hit the gym or start running marathons. Simple, daily movement can make a world of difference. The key is consistency. A 30-minute walk, some light stretching, or even gardening can improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and reduce stress on the heart. The biggest mistake many people make is thinking, "I'll rest today and move more tomorrow." But one day turns into 2, then a week, then a month. The longer we stay still, the harder it becomes to get moving again. One of the best things you can do is to tie movement to a daily habit you already have. For example, if you watch TV in the evening, stand up and march in place during commercials. If you enjoy your morning coffee, take a short walk around the house before you sit down to drink it. These little changes might seem small, but over time they add up and can make a huge difference in how your heart functions. And let's not forget the importance of what you put on your plate. A heart-healthy diet doesn't have to be complicated. Many people focus on what to cut out: salt, sugar, unhealthy fats, but just as important is what to add in. Foods rich in potassium, like bananas, spinach, and sweet potatoes, help balance sodium levels and lower blood pressure. Omega-3s, found in salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, reduce inflammation and support healthy arteries. And fiber, especially from beans, oats, and vegetables, helps keep cholesterol levels in check. The trick is making it easy for yourself. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire diet overnight, start by making one small swap at a time. If you usually eat white bread, switch to whole grain. If you snack on chips, try a handful of nuts instead. And if you struggle with cooking, look for simple meals that take just a few minutes to prepare. It doesn't have to be complicated to be effective. Now that we've talked about hydration, movement, and nutrition, let's move on to another key factor in heart health: Stress. You might not think of stress as something that directly affects your heart, but it absolutely does. When you feel stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones make your heart beat faster, raise your blood pressure, and even cause inflammation in your arteries. Over time, this constant strain can weaken the heart, increasing the risk of heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. The problem is, stress doesn't always come from big dramatic events. Sometimes it's the little things, worrying about finances, dealing with health issues, or even just feeling lonely, that add up over time. And the tricky part, many people don't even realize how much stress they're carrying until it starts affecting their body. So, what can you do about it? The key is finding simple ways to calm your nervous system. One of the best and easiest methods is deep breathing. It might sound too simple to be effective, but taking slow, deep breaths signals to your body that it's safe to relax. Try this. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat this a few times whenever you feel tense, and you'll notice your heart rate slowing down. Another powerful stress reducer, social connection. Studies have shown that people who stay socially active tend to have lower stress levels and healthier hearts. And no, this doesn't mean you need to be surrounded by people all the time. A simple phone call with a loved one, a regular coffee meetup with a friend, or even joining a local class or group can make a world of difference. If you've been feeling isolated, don't be afraid to reach out. Sometimes all it takes is one conversation to lift your spirits. Now, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: sleep. If you're over 70 and struggling with poor sleep, it's not just an annoyance. It could be putting extra stress on your heart. When you don't get enough rest, your blood pressure stays higher for longer periods, and your body produces more stress hormones. Over time, this can lead to serious heart problems. One of the biggest sleep disruptors for older adults is an inconsistent sleep schedule. Your body thrives on routine, so try going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. And if you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, avoid looking at your phone or turning on bright lights, as this can make it harder to fall back asleep. Instead, try listening to soft music, reading a book, or practicing deep breathing to relax your mind. Another important factor: avoiding heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol too close to bedtime. A light, heart-healthy snack, like a handful of nuts or a banana, can help stabilize blood sugar levels and prevent nighttime wake-ups. And speaking of things that affect your heart while you sleep, let's talk about a serious but often ignored condition: sleep apnea. This is a condition where your breathing stops and starts multiple times throughout the night, often without you even realizing it. Sleep apnea puts enormous strain on the heart, raising the risk of high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes. One major warning sign is loud, persistent snoring, especially if it's combined with gasping for air or extreme daytime sleepiness. If this sounds familiar, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor. There are treatments available that can improve your sleep and take a huge burden off your heart. So far, we've covered hydration, movement, nutrition, stress, and sleep. But there's still one more thing you absolutely need to know if you want to protect your heart after 70, and that's keeping up with regular checkups. Many people avoid doctor visits unless they feel sick, but the truth is, by the time you notice symptoms, heart disease may already be advanced. Your heart works hard every single day, and as you age, even small changes can have a big impact. That's why routine checkups, at least once a year, are so important. Your doctor can check for silent warning signs like high blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, or elevated cholesterol levels, all of which can increase your risk of heart disease. If you haven't had a checkup in a while, consider this your reminder to schedule one. Think of it like getting your car serviced. You wouldn't wait for the engine to break down before getting an oil change, right? The same goes for your heart. Now, let's talk about something just as important: listening to your body. Your heart doesn't just stop working one day without warning. It gives signals, sometimes subtle, sometimes obvious, but you have to pay attention. If you're feeling more tired than usual, experiencing shortness of breath, noticing swelling in your legs, or having chest discomfort, don't ignore it. Even mild symptoms could be a sign that your heart needs attention. And here's one last thing: never underestimate the power of a positive mindset. Stress, loneliness, and even feelings of hopelessness can physically affect your heart. But the good news? Just like you can train your body to be healthier, you can train your mind too. Staying engaged with hobbies, maintaining friendships, and even practicing gratitude can boost heart health. Remember, taking care of your heart doesn't mean overhauling your entire lifestyle overnight. It's about small, consistent choices. Drink more water, move a little more, eat heart-healthy foods, find ways to manage stress, prioritize sleep, stay on top of your health. These small steps add up to a stronger, healthier heart and a longer, more vibrant life. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. Which one of these tips do you plan to start with? And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and strong at any age. Here's to living your best life with a heart that keeps beating strong.